All right, set to get underway with our first game of today. In the white jerseys, we have the Hamilton Hayes. Starting in goal, Brian Blanchard. And in the black jerseys, the white and blue trim, the Toronto Leafs. Andrew Platt will be starting in goal for them. We'll play 3 12-minute periods. Someone had a shoelace needed to be tightened up. Reason for a few second delay. Now we are underway here in Hamilton. Day 3 of these national championships. I mentioned earlier things get going a little bit more tomorrow. Quick shot right away for Toronto. Blanchard makes the save. First scoring opportunity. The women's A begins tomorrow, so we will have more games on our schedule instead of the 5 that we had the first 3 days. 7 games tomorrow, with 2 of the women's games in the morning. And we will go back to our usual 5 starting at 2:15. And then on Friday, full day, 8 games. That'll be Elimination Friday. We get into the elimination games, the quarterfinals, semifinals, that sort of thing. And then, of course, we will have all the medal games for you on Saturday. Toronto moving it around. We get the ball to the front of goal. All Toronto starting off. Stephen Head from the point, shot that got knocked down, and then he kept it in, though. Nice play. And Head keep it in again. No, he can't. Ball was bouncing. Toth to Pereira. Hamilton changing. Ball is shot into the near corner, down to our left, racing onto it. D'Ambrosio taking it behind the goal. Comes back towards the blue line. Nice job of pinching in there by Azevedo. Victor Azevedo. Toronto not letting Hamilton touch the ball at this point. Shot right on goal. Easy save, though, for Blanchard. No traffic in front. Saw that one all the way. Conversation between the two officials. Not quite sure what's going on, but they're coming over to talk to the Hamilton bench. I don't know if there's an ineligible player, a player not on the score sheet. So they went over, they were called over to the scorer's table. They had a conversation there. Heading back to the dressing room for something. The trainer from the Hamilton team has gone with the key to the dressing room. Really not sure, but and now the gate over on the far side was left open. Okay, whatever the problem was, doesn't seem to be too serious. We're about to get underway again. A minute 35 gone. Here's Azevedo as Toronto control it off the faceoff. Get it back. Here on the near side. Tabas. High shot picked out of the air. Lazy line drive caught by the shortstop. Face off again in the Hamilton end. Again, won by Toronto, but that will get by Azevedo. Platt will play it to the boards. Azevedo, a little slow getting there. Featherstone gets it first for Hamilton. Back at the point, the shot comes in, knocked down by Azevedo. Featherstone with a chance in front. Goes off the boards, and now Hamilton had a little something going for a little bit there. Their first scoring chance. Came about as the goaltender Platt tried to hand it off to Azevedo, and a little bit of hesitation allowed the forechecker to get in. Now they'll bring it in on the left side. Thomas in front. That's chipped just wide by Featherstone. Thomas has got it behind the goal again. Thomas reverses it the other side. Mariko. Ramsey. Shot hits some bodies in front. Comes to the near boards. Toronto will bring it out. This is Wilson. Wilson poke checked as he got in over the blue line. Over to an open wing. Racing onto it is Williams. Williams has it. Then knocked away from him. Monaghan passed it off, and then the return pass was picked off by McLean through the blue line, no further. Up to Wilson. Monaghan, Wilson. He lost it. He'll come back at the point, kept in. Long shot rattles around. Danny Roca with the shot. Toronto changing as Roca goes off. That will allow Hamilton to bring it out. Johnston, again, he lost it as he got to the blue line. Toronto will regroup by sending it back in their own end. Slow build up here. Pass to Stephen Head. Head trying to get in. Can't get to the front of the goal. Over to Murphy. Murphy can't get it out. Oh, sorry, passed it back on Toronto early. Marasco with a shot. Good save by Blanchard. Got the blocker on it. Karan shoots it in. Back there first is Toth. To Marasco. Gave it away at the blue line. Tough pass there. Shot by Merklinger. Went off a leg into the corner. Karan along the boards for Hamilton. Taken away by Pereira. Doesn't get it out though. Shot right back in. That one off a stick up into the mesh. And face-off will come outside the blue line. Last touch by Hamilton. Just under 5 minutes gone in the opening period. There's a giveaway right in front of the goal. That shot was blocked. Picked off at center. Back comes Hamilton as they seem to be getting their legs a little bit now, but offside there at the Toronto blue line. First couple of shifts were all in the Hamilton end, but they seem to have righted the ship a little bit. Got some good scoring chances of their own as of late. Face-off controlled by Toronto. To Roach. Gets it into the corner. Ramsey has it there for Hamilton. Kept in by Toronto. It's Azevedo with a good play out at center. Shot scores! Just a quick wrist shot from back at the blue line beats the goaltender. 1-0. Toronto. Comes with 6:27 to go. Opening period. Toronto trying to get in a late change. Referee says no. Got to go back. You had your chance. Flooring Collis, it's shot from well on the Hamilton side of the center red line. And if you've been with us the first 2 days, we will have the same format for our webcast today. 3 games in the Masters, and then this evening we'll finish up with 2 games in the men's A. And as I mentioned earlier, tomorrow morning we'll kick off our first morning games. It'll be in the women's A. We'll be here bright and early tomorrow morning. We're going to start at 9 o'clock. 2 women's games, and then we'll take a little break and be back with the 3 Masters and 2 men's games. So 7 tomorrow. Friday is going to be the particularly long day with 8 games starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to be up bright and early. Join us. Instead of breakfast at Wimbledon, it'll be breakfast in Hamilton. 8 o'clock Friday morning. And our last game on Friday, it doesn't start until 9:30 at night, assuming we are on time. It's going to be a long day. Looking forward to it. Lots of ball hockey. These national championships. Shot in, cleared off the boards. Merklinger. That one off a stick up into the rafters. Face-off is going to be in Toronto territory to the right of Andrew Platt. Pass a little bit too far for Diodati. He kept in by Gurjit Gill. Now Toronto sets up over on the far boards. Back at the point. Gill shot off a leg into the corner. Steve Parker gets it along the boards and he'll move it out up on the right side. Brought in by Karan. Swept away by Platt. Gill into the corner. Gets it around the boards into the far corner. Lots of room there for Mike Porter. He'll drop it back and he'll come here on the near side to Head. To Marasco, to Porter, and then it goes up. And that came out. Head has it, so they've got to try and regain the offensive zone. Head doing good work to maintain possession. They'll get it in over the blue line, back to Head. Knocked off his stick, and Bobby Strain with it for Hamilton. Can't get it out of the zone, kept in by Toronto. Toth. Centering pass, hopped over the stick of Porter. Now Porter's got it back. They come back to the point. Back down to Porter. His shot went behind the goal, and from that angle, it'll carry him all the way down the floor. Pereira back to get it for Toronto. Quickly up at the blue line. Toth gave it away at center, and Strain will bring it back for Hamilton. A little trouble getting control of the ball, drops it off to Carey. Carey's shot goes in wide of the goal, picked up back there by Pereira. Pereira takes it back behind his goal, settles things down for Toronto. Pass to Porter. To Marasco. He was looking for D'Ambrosio. And the ball is cleared to center. This is Miracle. He'll dump it in. In on the forecheck, looking for it was Johnstone. Toronto will settle it. Quick pass through the middle, right onto the stick of Perez. Perez in over the blue line, stops up, winds up, shoots right on goal. Blanchard has it and holds on, no rebound. 2:21 to go, opening period. We'll be right back. Face-off controlled by Toronto. Shot looking for the deflection. Cleared to the boards. D'Ambrosio back to the point to Perez. Perez gets the return pass. Shoots it. Goes wide. Picked up on the far boards by Williams. Williams. Good pass, but just hopped over the stick of McLean as he was in between the defenders. The pass was there, just took a little wobble. Wilson thought about shooting it and gave it away. Toronto back to get that. Up ahead to Monaghan. To the blue line and over. Wilson. For Martello, he had it taken away. Caron. To McLean. Sorry, Merklinger. Back to Caron. Platt made the save. Hamilton maintained possession, got it out in front to Murray, and he put it over the top of the goal. Toronto will just shoot it down the floor. That will go, let's see, just wide. It'll be a flooring call against the Leafs already into the final minute of this opening period. It has gone by quickly, 27.1 seconds left to go in the first. Shot right on goal. Good kick save made by Platt. Pereira into the corner. Going in there hard against Steve Parker. Hamilton win the battle. Pass. Good one to Featherstone. And that's going to be a hooking penalty against Toronto. Stephen Head doesn't argue, heads right to the penalty box. There's a good pass to Featherstone right at the blue line, and he may have gotten in between the defenders had it not been for the hook. Toronto control it off the faceoff, get it down the floor. That's going to do it. First period comes to an end. A minute 54 of the penalty will carry over into the second. We'll be back with the second period in just a moment. You're watching Canada Ball Hockey's National Championships from Hamilton, Ontario. This is the Masters Division. Back in two. And the 2-minute intermission has come to an end. We'll get set for the second period. 1-0, Toronto Leafs leading the Hamilton Hayes after the opening 12 minutes. Offside at the blue line. The Hamilton players got in just a little bit ahead of the play. I believe it was Featherstone. Roach to face off against Featherstone. Again, it's a power play for Hamilton. Penalty right at the end of the period. Just a few seconds left to go in the period when the penalty was called against Stephen Head of Toronto. So a minute and a half to go in the power play. Toronto's going to get it out. Roach tried to get away shorthanded. He was stopped. Now Hamilton trying to get it in over the blue line. They do. Going into forecheck is Wilson. Wilson in there. Ramsey along the boards. Lost it. Roach gets it out over center, and he'll go a little further. Now penalty coming up against Hamilton. It's touched up, and we'll go 4-on-4. It'll be a roughing call against Ramsey. Four on four right now. 53 seconds left to go in the penalty to Toronto. You see the side of the goal cleared away by Blanchard. Hamilton get it to center and they'll get it out. Merklinger. Merklinger looking for it in front of the goal as he tried to get the return pass from Murray. Toronto will settle it down. Perez. Up further, back to Marasco. Marasco. Try to give it back to Perez. The ball comes to the near side. Hamilton on it first. Carey to Williams. Right in front. It rattles around and goes to the side of the goal. Still loose out in front. Finally, Toronto come up with it. They've got a 3-on-1. His head is coming out of the penalty box. He's got it. Back to Pereira. Back to Marasco to Pereira, and then it gets blocked. Now they're on the power play. 52 seconds left to go in the penalty to Hamilton. Scores! Again, a shot from the point. John Diodati. Set up here on the power play. Ball will come to number 5. No hesitation. Shoots up at the blue line. May have been a bit of a screen set up by Azevedo as he jumped out of the way of that shot. May have been tough for Blanchard to pick up right off the stick. 2-0. Similar looking goals. Play along the boards. Picked up on the far side. Up down into the Hamilton zone, back to pick it up. Gardner through the middle to Williams. Williams couldn't get it in. Now they'll shoot it in. McLean picks it up off the boards. He's poke checked. McLean still working for it. Comes back to the point. There's a breakout chance. Wilson with a shot missed short side. Pereira tried to play it back to the point. Nobody back there, so Roca has to go back to get it. Gives it to Head. Head in over the blue line, trying to split the defense. Head does, gets the shot away. Save is made. Rebound is there. Blanchard hangs on. Great rush by Stephen Head. Managed to get in between the defense. Got away a shot. Ramsey around behind his own goal. He lost it. Toronto with it now behind the Hamilton goal. Porter directing traffic. To Pereira. Pereira gets it back and will throw it back and forth. Finally the shot comes in from Marasco. And Hamilton able to get it as far as center, but not out. Marasco holds it in. Pereira, good diagonal pass. That shot off the stick of the defender. Hamilton can't get it out. Pereira's got it. Head backhands it in along the boards. It'll come back to Pereira and we'll go the other side again. Shot scores. Folks, that was not a power play. Just looked like one. Great ball movement by the Toronto Leafs. And the Hamilton goaltender, Blanchard, is down in the crease and needs some attention. The trainer has gone out. We'll take a look at that goal. Find Head in the slot, and Head with the goal makes it 3-0. In the meantime, Blanchard still requiring attention down in the goal. He's back up, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to continue as he's being helped off. May not, confess to being a little, we were only given the name of one goaltender for Hamilton, and that was Brian Blanchard. The backup goaltender has gone in, wearing number 29, and Blanchard was 29. So a little bit at a loss as to who the new goaltender is, to be honest, folks, whether or not that is Blanchard or whether or not the first goaltender was. We just get lists, don't know by looking at people who everybody is. Well, we've got a new goaltender in for Hamilton. Three to nothing here in the second. Hamilton working it along the boards, trying to get it out. They can't. Kept in by Toronto. Perez. And there's a huge save right away. Roach was set up in front of the goaltender. First test, big one, passed it. Kept in, Thomas. Now it's brought out 2-on-1. Back to Perez. Oh, just too easy. Nobody getting back at all. For Hamilton, that essentially turned into a 4-on-1 at the end of it. Too many choices, nothing the goaltender could do about that. Started 2-on-1, 3-on-1, okay, never 4-on-1, my mistake, just a 3-on-1, but only one defender getting back. Easy put away. 4-0. It's getting late early for Hamilton. They have called a timeout. And we'll be right back. Hamilton got off to a rough start in this tournament. They lost 9-0 to Newfoundland and Labrador in their opening game that ended after the second period. It was 9-0. The mercy rule came into effect. They had a much better game yesterday. They lost, but only 3-2 to the Calgary Mustangs. Looked like they had gotten things going a little bit, found their legs, but in trouble early in this one, down 4-0. Not quite halfway through the second period. Martello backhanded it in for Toronto. Martello's got it, shot, right pad, save made. That was headed for the corner. Hamilton get it out, but no further than the blue line. Turn back there. Singh. Gill. Gill has it. Pereira, Porter. Lost it. Gill has to go back to get it. Roca turning back in his own end. He'll get the return passes. Toronto in a slow buildup. Gave it away at center. Stolen. Taken back. They'll get it in. Toth. Back to Porter. That's held. No rebound. 4:55 to go in the second. 4-0. Toronto leading Hamilton. That was blocked by the defender, sprawling out. Good job there by Stephen Head. Hamilton keep it in, but it goes up into the mesh and out of play. Toronto changing. Just about 4.5 left to go in the second period. right at the blue line, but a step ahead. Frank D'Ambrosio, he didn't like that call. It did look like he was a stride ahead of the blue line when he took the pass. Close to being a great play for a breakaway, but offside. Toronto won the face-off, but somebody moved early, so they're going to redo it and get another face-off man in there. Coming in is Ricardo Perez. And again, Toronto control the face-off off the boards, trying to get it ahead. They do. Roach, backhand goes wide. D'Ambrosio back at the point. To the near side to Perez. To Diodati. That's knocked down, and out comes Hamilton. Featherstone winds up, shoots it, save is made, rebound was there. A couple of saves made by Platt. This time Diodati's onside. Catch him, he'll hold it, he's got a teammate with him. Road shot, penalty coming up. Interference will be the call. Mark Miracle heading to the penalty box. Power play for Toronto, already leading it 4-0. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the second. Perez gets the return pass from Pereira. Comes back to Pereira. He'll shoot it at the outside of the goal. Perez down low. Porter back down along the goal line. Perez is out in front. They try to get him the ball. It comes back to Pereira. Nice back pass. Azevedo shot hit the defender, and that stung. Good job by Pereira. Keep it on side, and luckily for Hamilton, they came up with the ball because the Hamilton player just hobbled to the bench. They were actually only had 3 players out there for a while. Azevedo. Perez. Shot off the end boards. They bang away at it. It's kept out. .29 seconds to go in the power play for Toronto. Marasco with a pass to the left side. Go down into the corner. Top of the circle. Slap shot. Save was made. Marasco has it back at center. Monaghan. Monaghan with a shot. Good save. Penalty is now over. Back to even strength. Under 2 minutes to go in the second. Marasco to the boards. Monaghan back to Marasco. That shot off the stick. Up and out of play. It went off one of the Hamilton players. That goes up in the air just inside the blue line. Still bouncing around. Johnson couldn't get it out. Kept in by Toronto. Perez. Comes through the near boards. Hamilton with it. Can they get it out? No. Taken by Perez. He stole it. Pass came back to him and right along the goal line. Ambrosio. Backhand, put it wide. Diodati with a shot towards goal. That's tipped wide by D'Ambrosio. Johnson finally gets it out. Running onto it is McLean. McLean dropped it back for Wilson, and his shot did not get through. Or Williams, I should say, not Wilson. Delayed offside. Hamilton tag up. Down to 10 seconds to go in the period. This game has moved by very quickly. Came in front, cleared to the boards. Second period comes to an end. Another good one for the Toronto Leafs. They lead it 4-0 after 24 minutes of play. We'll be back with period number 3 in 2 minutes. "12 minutes to go, Toronto leading it 4-0. One period left, and having a big comeback by Hamilton. That'll be the end of it. But we'll see if Hamilton does mount a comeback, just to let you know the format. Well, here's a chance right away. Featherstone shoots. Platt got a piece of it. Games are tied after regulation in the preliminary round. They do go to overtime, unlike the tournament in Fredericton, the BC&D, and the Junior Nationals in Winnipeg. They will play overtime. They'll play 5 minutes of 4-on-4. There will be no shootout in the preliminary round. If after 5 minutes of overtime the game is still tied, each team will be awarded 1 point. Teams get 3 points for a win in regulation. You get 2 points if they win it in overtime. You get 1 point if you lose in overtime. An overtime tie gives both teams 1 point. And if you lose in regulation time, you get nothing. Tello with a shot, that's blocked. On off the end boards, Toronto pressing again. Azevedo. Finally, Hamilton get it out. Featherstone. Going to be a penalty coming up, likely for interference against Toronto. So he touched it up. Yeah, that's the call. Featherstone played it in, and the defender tried to hold him up a little bit. Wasn't much of a contact, but just enough in the referee's mind to call the penalty. Danny Roca going to the penalty box for Toronto. Little power play opportunity for Hamilton. Murray in to take the face-off. And Hamilton will control it. Karan. The shot just missed far side. Hustling over to try and hold it in successfully is Ramsey. Along the boards. We'll come back to Ramsey. Thomas back to Ramsey. One-timer scores! So Hamilton on the power play, get themselves on the board now, trail it 4-1. It's the pass back from Thomas and just one times it. Wasn't a lot of a screen there, maybe the defender up high. It was over the blocker of Platt. Hamilton get themselves a goal. Trail by 3 now. They trailed by 3 late or midway through the third period in yesterday's game against Calgary and came back to make it 3-2. Merklinger tried to get it to Karan. That was picked off by Head. Ambrosio. He'll hold it. Back here to Marasco. Head all the way to the other side. They'll head back to the point. They throw it in front. That's picked off by Hamilton. Thomas stole it away from Head. Thomas cuts inside. Great moves. Shoots, scores. Beautiful goal. Made like he was going to go to the right at the blue line. The defender stepped to the right and he came back to the left. What a goal. Matt Thomas. Let's have a peek at this beauty. A little bit. There's the move inside. Cuts to the left and then again blocker side. 4-2. Still a lot of time left in this one, just under 9 minutes to go. Azevedo. To Pereira. They'll go down low, up along the boards, top of the circle. Back to Pereira. He'll give it up to Diodati. Pereira. Shot is knocked down. Out they come. McLean. Backhands it into the corner. Williams working in behind the goal, taken away by Diodati. Long pass right onto the stick of Azevedo. He'll bring it in over the blue line. Turn. Parker's on him. Parker and Azevedo go behind the goal. Ball comes loose. Comes to the near boards. Hamilton on it first. Come out over center, so Toronto regained the zone. Brought in by Martello. Hamilton intercepted. Bring it up the floor, right up the middle. Miracle. Off the end boards. Thomas looking for it. Is picked up there by Monacan for Toronto. Monacan plays it to Roca. That comes up at the blue line. Still not out. Back with it. Azevedo. Good pass up at center. Will be brought in by Wilson. Drops it off from Monacan. The ball bounces towards the goaltender. Couldn't grab it. Featherstone. Featherstone for Caron. Had his stick checked at the last second, and Head will pick it up in the corner. Stephen Head. Up at center. He got past Parker. Parker recovers. Gets it ahead to Featherstone. Featherstone getting inside. Featherstone turns on his knees. Makes the pass. Unable to get a stick on it, though, was Merklinger. Hamilton coming alive. Caron turning in the corner. Back towards the point, tipped away by Martello. Race is on. Roach got there first, fed it across. Oh, and just missing the open net to Ambrosio. Save is made. Ambrosio, what a chances. He was set up by Roach, just tipped it wide. Murray. He'll shoot it in. Toronto under pressure will just shoot it down the floor. It'll go wide of the goal, and that'll be a flooring call against Toronto. 5:19 to go here in the third. Our next game, again in the Masters, will be the New Brunswick Mooseheads taking on the Greater Toronto Titans. Another Toronto team in the Masters taking on New Brunswick. Game scheduled for 3:50 local time. Shot goes up in the air. It'll stay in play down in the corner. On it first was Roca. Played into the corner. Hamilton with renewed vigor. Thomas takes it to the boards. Thomas having a look around, threw it behind the goal. And Toronto settled it down. Porter tried to pass it up the middle. That was picked off. Ball goes up in the air. It'll go out of play. Got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout here in the booth. We'll be right back. 4-2, 4:45 to go. Third period. This period started 4-0 for Toronto. Hamilton with a couple of goals here in the third, just as I'd mentioned that should just end in 3 periods. Don't know now. We've still got just under 5 to go, just a 2-goal game. Hamilton has picked up the pace here in the third period. Started right off the opening whistle. They got a scoring opportunity. Featherstone had one just a few seconds into the period, and they have kept it up ever since. They've certainly had the better of the play. Scoring chances both ways, though, but give the edge to Hamilton here in the third. Monaghan won the faceoff for Toronto. To Bass. He turns, drops it back. Shot, good save. Glove save that time. That was headed for the top corner. Well, the referee says it wasn't a good glove save. Went off the top of the crossbar. From here, it looked like the goaltender got a piece of it, but they're going to bring the faceoff outside the blue line, which says goaltender didn't touch it. Top of the crossbar it was. Then up and out of play. It's offside. Hamilton win this faceoff. Thomas got it in over the blue line and had it taken away. Azevedo takes his time, picks out a man on the right side. It was Roach. Sorry, 92. Monaghan. Thomas off a stick, chasing it down. Ramsey for Hamilton into the corner. Rubbed out along the boards by Diodati. Azevedo makes a move at center, gets it in over the blue line. Back there first was Miracle. Now that's a body check thrown by the Hamilton player, and that is going to hurt their comeback chances. Play continues. Everybody had stopped, but it's a delayed penalty. But everybody on the floor stopped playing. Now it's touched up. I think they've called an elbowing penalty. As the Toronto player was trying to come out from behind the goalie, Evans jumped up into him. Clearly a penalty. The referee saying he got the elbow up a bit on that. Hamilton win the face-off. All the way around the boards and down the floor. Pereira back to get it. Featherstone watching him. Pereira really having to run hard. Leaves it in the corner for Azevedo. Porter's in alone, scores! So they beat the defenders at the blue line. Good pass. Porter breaks through. Power play goal will probably end it. Porter just takes that pass at the blue line, splits the defenders. and makes it 5-2. That comes with just 2:39 to go here in the third period. Stolen away. Wilson to Tavas. Back to Wilson. Scores. And it's opened up. That power play has made all the difference, taking the wind out of the sails of the Hamilton Hayes. At 2:15 to go, the third period. Toronto content to kill some time. Again, Toronto playing some keep away here, running the clock down. We're down to about a minute and a half to go. Finally stolen by Murray. Toronto get it right back. Wilson coming out the plate as the goaltender gave it away. Another goal. 7-2. Can't blame the goaltender for coming out and trying that one. It just poorly executed. That one goes down in the category of an accounting goal. This game was over at 6-2. Just add one more for the records. The clock didn't stop after that goal, and nobody noticed. Nobody seemed to particularly care that the clock kept running. We're going to call a flooring call against Toronto. Will come back down in the Toronto end. Again, coming up next at 3:50, 28 minutes from now, we will have New Brunswick Mooseheads against the Greater Toronto Titans. Hamilton on it. Kept in. Parker still playing hard. To the front of the goal and cleared out. Parker's got it. Back pass. Strange shot on goal. Save is made by Platt. Just a dozen seconds to go. And that's going to do it. 7-2. Toronto Leafs defeat the Hamilton Hayes here at the Dave Andreychuk Mountain Arena in Hamilton, Ontario, Steeltown. Another game of the Masters coming up, 3:50. So come back and join us then. As I mentioned, we have got New Brunswick Mooseheads, Greater Toronto Titans. That's our next game. These are the Canada Ball Hockey National Championships, the men's and women's A and the Masters. We are in Hamilton, Ontario. Back in a little while with our second game of the day.